Hello Artale Global players! Did you enjoy the previous video? Today's video features one of the darkest and most complex quests in the old MapleStory universe. A quest that comes with an unexpected twist. Set deep within the forest of Alinea, this quest presents a unique thematic narrative. A tale of fairies and humans, of understanding and misunderstanding, and of irreversible wounds caused by a single, misguided choice. Because the story is so compelling, I'll walk you through it step by step as we play through the quest together. Shall we begin? 1. Arwin the Fairy's Anger. In Alinea, Arwin the Fairy tells us that she was recently attacked by a giant monkey-like monster deep within the forest. The moment she saw its grotesque pitch-black form surrounded by an ominous aura, she immediately recognized it.
That creature, it was born from dark magic.
Arwin expresses strong anger.
Grendel, the really old. The traces of the dark magic he practiced in his youth still remain in this forest.
Fairies and humans have a long history of conflict, and Arwin does not trust humans. But as the situation grows serious, you decide to seek out the magician, Grendel the Really Old. 2. Grendel the Really Old's Confession. When you find Grendel the Really Old and speak to him, he remains silent for a moment before slowly nodding his head.
Yes, I once dabbled in dark magic.
With a pained expression, he recalls the past.
It was only for a brief moment of curiosity, but the dark monsters that were born from it, they're my responsibility.
To uncover the truth behind the incident, he tells you to find a mysterious cat named Fancy, who lives in the forest north of Alinea.
Fancy senses the energy of this forest better than anyone. If anyone knows about that black monster, it's her.
3. Fancy's Clue. When you find Fancy and speak to her, she perks up her ears and asks, "That monster, are you talking about Faust, meow?" She tells you a peculiar detail about Faust. He has a doll attached to his back, meow. That doll is overflowing with dark energy, and it's what's controlling the monster. Then she adds something even more important. That creature keeps muttering Arwin, Arwin, over and over, meow. A monster that repeats Arwin the Fairy's name. It may not be a simple remnant of dark magic. There could be a much deeper story here. Fancy asks you to retrieve 10 cursing nails from Melody in order to track down the entrance to the cursed forest. Now it's time to hunt down Melody in the forest and collect those rare drops one nail at a time. 4. The truth of the cursed forest. Fancy informs you that the entrance to the cursed forest lies within a place called the Forest of Evil One. But there's one very specific condition. The spirit can only be seen between 5 p.m. and 7 a.m. the following morning. So you wait for the right time, and when the hour comes, you find yourself deep in the forest, in front of a faintly glowing presence within the shadows. Inside it stands a spirit. He mutters softly,
"Arwin the Fairy, I will never forgive you."
His name is Reef. He was once a disciple of Grendel the Really Old, a human who lived in the same era as Arwin the Fairy. And from here, the story begins to unfold much faster. 5. Reefs Confession. Reef begins to speak quietly and slowly.
I was a disciple of Grendel the Really Old. I lived in Alinea, researching fairy magic. I was able to get along with some of the other fairies, but Arwin the Fairy, she always avoided me.
He had feelings for her, but Arwin the Fairy was a fairy who kept her distance from humans.
I only wanted to research magic with her. I wanted to talk to her, to be remembered by her.
But Arwin the Fairy didn't even remember Reef's name. His heart gradually twisted, and the darkness found its way in. 6. The truth about Fost. Eventually, Reef succumbed to the lure of dark magic.
Zombie Lupin. I used a curse to bring that corpse back to life.
And the creature that emerged, controlled by a dark doll, became the monster known as Faust.
I just wanted to be noticed by her, even if it meant doing something like that. Foolish, right? Huh. I know, but at the time, it felt like if I didn't do something, I'd just disappear.
Then he quietly asks you for one last favor.
Please tell Arwin the fairy that I'm sorry.
7. Arwin the Fairy's guilt. When you return to Arwin the Fairy and tell her the truth, she erupts in anger.
Forcing affection on someone and then calling it revenge when they reject you? That's such a selfish human mindset. Don't try to shift the blame. I don't want to feel guilty about something like this.
But then she stops speaking.
Wait, did I just say guilt? I didn't think I'd ever use a word like that. Maybe I do share some responsibility in all of this.
Arwin the Fairy quietly hands you a small box.
This is fairy hair. A fairy only offers this when they are truly sorry. Please give it to him.
You take the strand of hair and head back to the cursed forest once more. 8. The moment of forgiveness. Reef silently stares at the fairy hair you hand him.
Arwin the fairy, truly?
With an expression that is neither smiling nor crying, he speaks softly.
I can't believe it. She did nothing wrong. If anything, I should be the one apologizing. Still, thank you, Arwin the fairy.
Finally, he asks you to relay a message to Grendel the Really Old.
Tell him I'm sorry for worrying him.
And just like that, Reef quietly vanishes into the darkness. 9. Defeating Fost. After hearing everything, Grendel the Really Old lowers his head.
Reef, he was once such a gentle and kind child. Dark magic, it corrupts the hearts of men. Myself and Reef, we both fell victim to it.
He makes one final request.
Please, defeat Faust. Only then can Reef finally find peace.
Fost appears in the Forest of Evil 1, a creature born entirely from cursed magic. After you successfully defeat Faust and return to Grendel the Really Old, the quest is finally complete. Today, we experienced one of the most memorable story quests from the old MapleStory universe. Did you enjoy it? This quest wasn't about combat or rewards. It was a story about misunderstanding and pain between two different beings. And ultimately, a story about understanding and forgiveness. Even in a fantasy world like MapleStory, true emotions can wound, but they can also heal. And in the real world, it's no different. The message behind this quest is something that still holds value in our world. A world where many different races and people must live together in harmony. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to leave a comment below. Your likes and subscriptions are always a big support for our content. Thank you!